Okay, welcome to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic RPG Live.
Also, I had a miscellaneous on one of them.
Anyone want to check to make sure I have sound right now?
You're good, man. We were able to continue when you do it.
We have sound.
We
You're
do?
all good, man.
Okay.
Okay. It sounds
Let's do a quick check. We're at temporary. Slide over and look at the next map.
Something you should know. For reflex defense, it is limited by the type of armor you have.
I don't have armor.
Or not reflex.
Do you hear anything? Well, it should make noise.
They don't have armor. They live.
Dumbass.
They don't have armor. Remember, I couldn't get any.
Which is why you're not limited.
Yeah.
If you want to borrow the book, borrow it from Joel.
He's no longer
Still hear anything now or not yet? She does.
Yeah. You moved all the way to Walla Walla,
Okay.
dude.
I did not know that.
Well, let's.
Yeah. Joel.
Joel.
Seattle.
Yeah. Well, I didn't remember where exactly, but I know we moved out.
Seattle.
Yeah. Well, I didn't remember where exactly, but I know we moved out of town.
Fade it back.
After that last
Okay.
time it was after he was in
Well.
shortly after that last
Okay.
time he was gaming with us. We moved.
Well. New player. I didn't say young player, did I? That's an old player.
Yeah.
New. Here we go.
I haven't
You're
talked to
older
him.
than him.
New player. I didn't say young player, did I?
I'll just, I haven't talked to him lately though to see how he's doing.
I keep you through
That's right.
taking blood from players that you see disappear over the years. Write down what you want.
So I said I'll just while you're here I'll just take pictures of the skill trees.
Mike, can you let him finish talking? You could just look it up on
Something small.
That's right. It doesn't seem you don't want to show those.
Well,
Can't you just?
write down what you want.
Unless you want to
Your
just.
web. Oh wait.
Unless you want to send me a
Email something
JPEG.
else? You bring up what you want.
Mike, can you let him finish talking first?
Yes.
Is that something small enough to be emailed?
What?
There's the skills that I need.
They're on that. No.
Can't you send it
The same.
through Discord?
Maybe,
They
but
still
I
have
don't
time
know.
for this one.
Damn. My beats.
You bring a memory stick and I'll hand
Yeah, that's what I was
I'll
going to take
copy over the file and show you.
Yeah, it's just the players. It's just the what quote. There's the skills that I need.
They're on that drive right there. Sounds like it's not plugged in right now.
You're looking
save
for
some
the
things.
Oh, no, these are just things for like when no. Into the next
They're real
next
stuff
area.
that has nothing to do with role-playing.
Yeah, that's why I was going to take a picture of so I see which crosses with the scout, so I can just be like, okay, don't do this and keep going with this with the scoundrel for now.
Sounds like rule stuff I want to work out before we start.
Oh no, these are just things for like when I level up into the next
They're real
next area.
stuff that has nothing to do with role-playing. Bring your memory stick. That's exactly what I qualifies for. Or I'll burn my... So, unless he feels like
I haven't.
I'll let you do two, only for turn one.
I haven't found any of your other ones. I haven't found any of your other ones.
I had one gone. The information I have copied over. But that one, the black, I have not been able to find it, and I keep looking for it. If I find it, I'll let you know. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy one.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
thankfully that brand is cheap. Literally 32 gig for $4.
I don't know which one is missing of yours then, because I know I get. Yeah, I don't know what gig it was since we.
64 gig.
Since we moved, I haven't found any.
It was my other one. That one was a little over.
I remember back when 256 was impressive.
I remember zip drives were the fucking gun animators.
The mom still has
Ones, yeah, that. And then the next drive came out.
Mom still has floppy drives. Imagine getting the report.
Oh, I have that. I have a floppy drive still adapter. It's right in the front spot, like my suit.
Yeah, so yours is USB. No, I'm talking one to wire it into the.
Oh, you have to go to one of my old ass computers. 2000 models.
No, I have an adapter to connect it to with modern ones.
Yeah, they came out with those.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
now,
they came out with that.
okay,
The
guys.
floppy disks. I thought that was
We
pretty.
should probably continue
So
on the
use
game. We do have people watching. Now,
Don't worry, people. Don't worry. You're wasting your lives anyway. What does it matter?
they need people to point it out.
That's kind of the point.
Okay. You guys. Well, first of all, here's one flying over ship. The one flying overhead. You are in the ship. The top, the end, and the Quillic. Up here is a bad representation.
Using a Venator.
Yeah, I didn't have something
The
with.
scale's a little off.
Oh yeah, it is. The square front.
What's the Venator? The Venator class Star Destroyer.
Yeah, compared to what it should be.
Your scale's a little off.
Oh yeah, it is. It's also squished. You see the shape of it? If I made it black, compared to what it should be, it's supposed to be a lot more that way. But, well, yeah, I didn't say it looked like that. I had before. In at least shape. If I made it black,
Representation of the
no, I couldn't find one. Gave it a little bit more of a square nose. With my
It
Photoshop.
was from a few thousand years before the Star
Yeah.
Destroyer.
Well, yeah, I didn't say it looked like that. But
Yeah, because they
that's
don't
what
have.
we have right now.
They don't have an exact.
Actually, you're way up here. I couldn't find one that was a PNG available, and right now my poser with my Photoshop quit working with that. Now, two of you are on that ship. While that ship right there. Actually, you're way up here. Oh yeah, two seats. Yeah. And then over here we have you two. The cat, who's actually also Matt Mandalorian.
According to your timeline, this is before the whole issue.
Oh yeah, no,
there's
there's
a
no problem
Catholic,
with it.
so that's no problem.
Yeah, it's not. That's kind of what I chose for this time was to buy, because I think it opens up possibilities before the cement dried on the rest of the universe. What I have question mark points have to do with the fact, first of all, when three things of interest. One, someone to this building. Sabai opened fire on the ground. They had to open up underneath there for water. Here is that guy that's stuck to what used to be a fan, but it's broken. But it's just stuck to it. Those are the three things to see.
By the way, if you shoot at the one that's in the water pit, it'll flash fry the water and cook who's ever in there alive.
Yeah.
Think boiled lobster.
Now,
Zoidberg, awesome.
you two up there, they dive for cover. Do you guys wish to just stroll out? Or do you wish to move to the location of your ship?
I'm thinking more along the lines of the inconvenience does. Time to clear the can. Found move towards where? Okay, you said one in the pit down there. One in the
Please double check. Two.
And one at the fan.
Two here, one
So
there
he's being
that's
tortured
dead.
at the fan.
Okay, so I will.
Or not moving, I'll say.
That's why I said torture.
I'll start with you. You have the initiative because they're going to wait till you do anything, you guys. They are hiding, waiting. And all I need is to say, let me double check what I wrote. Basically, you just have to stroll out if you want. And all it's going to take is a charisma roll. Your difficulty rating is only. That means basically they see you as shit. They're not going to try it. If you fail your charisma, they think you look like enough chump. They're going to take a chance.
I'm not just going to stroll out. Movement to the building.
Okay.
Tactical movement to the
Go
building.
out, but kind of undercover or go out, but
Yeah.
okay.
Until it gets to the building. The building can look in the window still.
Okay.
No. Out of the
Right
building
there?
we're in. No.
Okay.
Out of the building we're in. Dumbasses are.
Okay.
And basically goes to the building that. Yeah. those two dumbasses are in.
Try to make a run for it?
Yeah.
Kevin,
Yes. One sounds like you were going.
do you have two microphones going?
Yes.
I do, but one sounds like you were going.
Well, it's causing the
Do you still
main one to,
Reverb.
no, it's causing it to
How about that?
break.
I can turn it down. Try that. Do you still hear it?
Give me a
It
minute.
shows it way under yellow.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
Mention how loud you are.
Are you still here? I can turn it down. So. Well, it shows way under yellow.
Oh no, commercial.
I was gonna say that would so suck.
Are you still hearing stuff?
It's still kind of crackling a little bit, but
It is.
He's shooting. Blam, blam, blam. Oh no, commercial.
I was gonna say that would so suck.
A lot of times you seem to go quiet.
That's not
later.
It's crackling.
it's still kind of crackling a little bit, but
It is. Let's try something. But it's still playing sound. I don't have the audio. Say it seems a little loud? Because a lot of times we seem real quiet.
It's
Check
not loud.
later.
It's crackly.
Okay, it sounds good right now? Let's try this. I can go with but it's still playing sound, although I don't have the audio on that.
okay, there it is.
Did it stop?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it sounds good right now?
And I guess if you're dodging,
I can go with that. I understand what happened here.
would you say stealth or dex? It's open space. It's open.
Dex. Okay.
Stealth would be a fucking.
They know you're there at 13. But they're not paying that much attention. There's a ship shooting, so it takes shooting. So 19? 19? You're good. 6 spaces.
Good fight.
You're almost there. Jedi. What do you want to do?
All that is in return.
6? Oh, wait. You have what
I
movement?
have 8.
That's right. That's right about that. 8. Well, you made it. Well, you made it into the way. So,
Okay.
how do you wish to approach the world?
Yeah.
It
You
said
jumping?
now.
Dying?
It said no. It said
Did I?
You run out screaming?
No. No one else gonna be jumping across, so.
Go ahead. Try it. Dex. Stealth. Stealth.
Yeah.
Swords and stuff.
Yep.
I would say dex.
Okay. Do it.
Basically.
Basically low and fast. 13.
Yeah. Fail.
Failed. Okay, which basically means. Okay, which basically means. 1, 3, 4, 2, and 4. I should do and perception check. I should do a perception check. Both of them. And they are the perception that you have any with so what kind of perception can you see? Does he have any bonus? What? I wasn't even looking. Okay. No bonus. The other one. So he's got a little bit. 4. Okay. None of them they're busy looking to see if they don't. So although you would have been seen, 1 was behind looking. Okay. And the other one, he's got a little. They're worried about her. Where'd that cat go? Where the fuck fuck's that guy in that metal armor? God damn it! None of them Jedi's were never busy looking at that shit overhead. So although you would have been seen, you're behind, they can't see you.
Okay.
And they failed to look. Okay. They're worried about this guy. Where'd that cat go? Where the fuck's that guy in the metal armor? God damn it! Jedi's like, whoop, bang! Hits the ground.
7.
Okay.
Can't wait for the
I
mic
can
to be
delete
over.
that.
I can change these out.
That was just there to draw attention. So I remember.
I went and got 2
Okay, guys. There you go. Well, they didn't see you. 7,
He was staring to his
17.
well, she was way shorter than me.
Okay. This guy. Big guy.
And she said she was intimidated anyways because height. Says she was putting the gun in my ear. I was like, she freaking dropped it.
The hunter guy.
You know what you should have done? So don't forget to double tap.
My mom said that.
This guy. The big guy.
Starring in God of War.
Because it kind of looks like
Or is the
a thuggy guy.
what is it? Zeltron from Street Fighters?
Oh, those guys, yeah.
You would bet you would not. No, from.
It did start with a Z, didn't it? God.
It kind of looks like a, don't it?
This guy. This. A grizzled soldier became hunter, and he'd been finding that he
Zangief.
can come from any property. He
That's who you're thinking.
has attack phase 4. So what's your? Oh wait, first we just have to go. Well, no, I already.
But it does look like from the top.
What's your reflection? What's your reflection? Or reflex?
That's like right off.
HT.
Yeah.
Now.
I was agree.
When he said boxes, he sit there and go,
Well, +2 would be because he's gotta like try to shoot a weird angle.
Yeah.
So, being at that, and I have a bonus 4, I need a 16 or higher. Do you have 15? Asshole got you. Damn it. Plus 3d8. 3d8
Fortnite.
plus 3. I have Sub-Zero skin. Roll on. Oh, touch my dice.
No
Easy
problem.
roll on. Well, looking here. 7. That is under your pain. Left threshold. 10.
Hers is a.
No, looking at you. Then she got lucky.
I can look at it.
1. That is under your pain. Was able to get a shot. Or your threshold.
Hers is a. What is yours, babe?
No.
You want me?
Then she got lucky. You can talk to each other. No matter what, right?
I can look at it.
1. Was able to get a shot at him. Is it like up at him?
Oh, basically, they don't realize that. Both of cell phones. Plus, because we're
Planetary
armor, have built-in combos.
You can talk to each other. So what the range?
Plus 2 equipment bonus on perception checks as well as low light vision.
Is it like a communicator? Or is it like
Basically, think of it as a walkie-talkie, or built-in cell phones.
would it work like planetary? But
Yeah,
or
basically
into
think
space
like
too, or-
Tony Stark's helmet.
So unless we start leaving the planetary area, we don't have a problem yet.
And then we can talk to ships
Well, yeah.
that's close by, and our suits are rated for like that.
It's easier to vote for vacuum than it is undersea, huh? So
There's nothing in space.
you guys, well, or something in it's so light we don't know what the fuck it is.
Or we
Yeah.
take with us.
Yeah. Well, they've been finding that microbes do survive that many
You
years.
know, there's some that's growing on the ISS right now. You said you on the outside.
Fun.
16. So, you guys come around. You
But he had a +4.
got hit.
So
No, I didn't.
But I only rolled a 15.
Yeah, 11 points.
Did you actually hit me?
Yeah.
'Cause you said you rolled a 15.
6. Right.
And I have an 8.
Okay. And I'll take that off. No longer are you red. Can I take that? Yes. Okay. Never had the chance to do that.
Just tell what I'm doing. Freaking audio, man.
Oh, I'll check that later.
Not HP, you didn't update that.
Oh, maybe yeah, that probably is. 41.
There you go.
Okay. And the hurt girl back here, but they didn't see you. They're too busy looking at the big guy in the armor come close. So, the ship flying above. That. What are you gonna do? You guys want to do?
Do you want to lay down more fire?
Like I said, two that are in the water pit. Or hit the one that's on the fan.
Is somebody being tortured?
Here? We'll move this one down. So you can see better where you're there. Yeah. Do a pilot roll to get your little
Strafe.
Yeah. Well, since it's not on a turn, she kind of has to point shift that ship. Miss? Bad dice. Bad dice. You go jail. Which one you shooting at? The fire pit?
I was.
Over this way. Just kind of lining up that way. Took you to take a whole turn before you could actually get it pointed that way to miss. And that's why you missed. Okay.
Step in the hole.
Won't be a good check. Won't be a good check.
That's
Character sheets. Open. Will 11. Count the whole thing as like a. What do I do? Like mental. 7. What do I do? 13. Okay. It goes this way. 7. One of the
I'm
guys.
definitely gonna change my
stays.
battery.
13. Okay. Takes the brake cord. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes this way. One of the guys stays. This way. You're willing to take the brake cord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move things up. Guys over. I hope it works now. Sound. We'll kind of check it occasionally, see what's going on. Now, because we might have a double mic again, I just turned off the audio on the camera.
I don't think our group can survive with double mic.
Oh no!
Oh, I've run
Be
into
a
people
big
that are exactly like me.
Is there laws against that?
So
Are
let's
people like that don't allow to free? I know.
No, I think it's more
I
all
would
the-
hate another one of me because I know they want all this thing shit all I want. And then I have to kill them.
Actually, it sounds better when it's just showing the map.
It does? Good. Good. Last time we had no sound on this part. So I should see what to say. Oh, what's off is the big one. That, or not, the video connection. Now it has a separate audio line completely. Are they at the same level? Huh. Could be a little lower. I can check that later. Okay. So, you're striding over like that. You open fire. One guy freaks and starts running. Who's pilot or co-pilot? You want to try a perception check to see what this might have been that you guys kind of passed over? Okay. Well, that's the bare minimum. Let's talk about. Looks like someone wearing like airsuit. Matter of fact, looks like it could have been the pilot that was on this thing to begin with.
Is there a way for me to drop out and see if I can aid that person in any way?
Oh, he's not moving, but you can drop out and
He
check.
did.
I'll drop and check.
I say you, he did.
Find out he's not.
Well, first of all, since you're flying in the air, say a Dex 15. If you want to jump out from this height.
Dex 15?
Okay.
That would be 18.
Okay. Whoops. I forgot. I gotta find it over here. Wrong book. Okay. The
Sorry.
looking for
Fuck, what's that?
is
Oh.
bananas.
I got your tip of
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't help that I also went to the gym yesterday.
So you strained it.
No. My legs are just sore.
That's why we didn't go today.
I am going tomorrow,
Yes.
once I get off work.
Okay. Had to go find your figure.
I know the feeling.
No, my brother has been overbearing lately.
At least you're not getting a new manager. I'm being transferred to a new division.
Are you serious?
Yep. So, apparently...
So let's move you over a little bit. Just put you there.
Okay.
And we're
Do
buffering.
that. Okay, well,
Buffering zone.
sometimes it does that. Actually, you won't see it on the live feed afterwards. It's still working behind. And it'll attack. It'll like, I tell it to retry like I mentioned a number of times.
Damn it, don't move.
Knowledge life science. Life science for him.
You landed. I'd say.
When I
Jumping out of a ship, landing, would you say that's a full turn action? Landing safely? What'd you roll?
18.
Okay, I'll give you a half action.
Okay, I'll get up to.
Just do a perception on him.
Well, I have knowledge life science.
Okay, then check it. Uh-oh. Did it again to you. You'll never survive.
My head! That would be an 18.
Can we, like, leave him in a solid pit?
18.
I'll just come out stronger.
My problem is to
It's like
grab
a
him,
stormtrooper.
Hmm?
I have to leave the ship. And I have to move it because it's like within the same take area. Okay. You check it with your roll?
18.
18. No. He looks like someone took target practice at him beforehand.
Okay.
Someone from this direction.
I told you he was dead.
Well, search the body just to be safe.
You want to search the body?
Yeah, check for something. Check it for
Okay.
stuff to be able to,
Let me check.
for when we leave. Because he may have the call numbers that we might need.
Okay. Then do what? What'd you roll for your check?
You only asked for the life.
Okay, but after that, just checking in. Okay, because that's a separate check.
Let's see, that would be
29. Besides the possibility of finding some credits.
So, what would you want me on that one?
Well, probably a perception.
Right. That would be. 17.
Okay. Whoops. No, let's try that again. Over there. Okay. No.
None?
Looks like he's been pretty clean anyways.
Sorry, you're not the first
He
one.
would sit, there is a damaged helmet that probably went with the ship ticket. But there's a few helmets in the ship. She's probably wearing the co-pilot's helmet.
Pilots.
Pilot's is,
I'd be wearing the co-pilot.
no, after there's only one helmet on there, and the other one's on this guy, and he's stuck to a post.
So I'll take that one.
Okay.
I could do some...
Try to repair it later?
Yeah, try to.
Okay, you take the helmet. Well, you haven't gotten the helmet yet. Everything else took a turn.
Yep.
It's only half. Picking up the objects is a whole separate half. Okay. So, we are back to Kitty. I know, you just love that term.
Can you stick one of the cats on him, please?
No, they're on my side. Okay. What do you want to do?
How close am I to the window still?
You can take a shot there. I would say +2 difficulty and a +4 difficulty.
I'll take a shot at the +2.
Okay. He needs an 11 to hit. So a 13. Plus whatever bonuses you have, of course. The 13 should be base.
18.
I see. How much damage you want to do? Probably the required amount.
15.
Yeah. I'd say he's lying down. Taking a nap. He's not who to be killed, but pretty damn close. If he's left for a couple minutes, he'll finish his own.
Especially in the heat.
Okay, Jedi. What do Jedi? You want to keep running forward?
Yes.
3, 4, 5.
Jedi stays the opposite and gets shot in the head.
So, you just run up there and go for cover, or you want to try to do anything?
I actually want to try. You said that was not dead fully, right?
This one? Well, yeah, you can shoot the body lying on the ground bleeding.
No.
It'd probably affect your dark side a bit.
Then I'll just go for the.
You want to try to go this guy?
Yeah.
Can't get him from here.
Then I'll just find a way to get to him.
You can move over to like here and get a shot, maybe you're there.
Yeah.
Next round?
Yeah.
Because you, well, wait, you could have stopped there, I guess.
Mm.
Okay, and then you could have, but it will take a minus, instead of, what's he have? 17? 22. Oh, minus whatever bonus you have.
So I have to wait.
Oh, no. You ended up close enough. I could have moved you closer. You had enough points. So, you need to roll a 22. Or a natural 20. What bonuses do you have, Danny?
We stopped.
Yep.
Not according to this. Okay. Well, we'll just see what happens. We get up with another short episode. Go to our website and see if it opens. We didn't see. We were getting too close to having it all work perfect.
It still says live.
Just keep going. No, we are supposed to see.
I'm still working.
No, we're just not moving much, people. Okay. You two went. You wanted to take a shot.
Yeah.
You need a 22. How many points do you have a bonus? Like, what's your BAB? Or Dex bonus? Really, because it's a ranged weapon.
No, your base attack is a +2.
You said I needed a what?
A 20. So you need to roll 20 to hit. Or 20 to get critical. Just roll 20.
No.
No?
No.
You just couldn't get a shot at him since you're basically firing over him around the corner and past this guy.
Our question, she doesn't have a blaster. She has a saber.
Yeah.
She had a blaster.
Not yet.
Did you break it? What happened to it? You were
She never had a blaster.
She was using it before.
No, she
Well, then you
wasn't.
can't even attack.
She was using force push or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Force slam.
Well, then maybe if you have the point, but you shouldn't have gained anything yet because no one's had a rest. Once you guys get to the ship, which hopefully we'll get done with today. 3 days
Let's not
later.
wasting our time.
Okay. Next would be you guys in the ship. And then I'll do all the theirs. Because we're kind of continuing on the last initiative, which was given to you guys. He's down here, looking down here, stealing a helmet.
I'm gonna shoot that again.
You gonna do that again? Do it.
So let's see, that'll be 14. What else did I need to add to it?
Do you have any advantage? Like pilot with gun? I think you have a +10. As a pilot, but or something like that.
I have 6.
Oh, so add that to your number.
20.
Well, you're shooting an object that filled a whole space, so you just need a 10. You're hitting something still easily targeted from here. Now, to hit him, we give him a cover. 15 and what'd you roll?
The cover doesn't really count.
Altogether it
It's
was a
just
20.
He's kind of shoved him, yeah. What?
Altogether it was a 20.
Then yeah, oh, okay. Then you got him. Go ahead and roll damage, and we'll also apply it to the area.
What do I roll damage on with?
What is it? I'm trying to pull up that ship again. Ships. R578. 578R. You roll. 4 die 10 times 2.
I need one more die 10.
Here. One of our dice. I'll get back to you. Doesn't matter.
16.
Times 2.
16 points.
So 32.
And still, since you hit a 20, we can assume his damage took that, and
He exploded.
yeah, we'll say this is gone, and we'll just draw another little circle, but we'll make it deep gray.
It's quite literally lore. If a person gets hit with a laser cannon from a ship, their body is instant gone.
Yeah, big old hole. Look, worse than I did before. Okay, and this you guys found out what that is. So, my turn. This guy, maybe the smartest of them all, decides to run.
You have two people out.
Him? These
Oh.
two? I know who they are.
Them.
Yes. I just moved their pieces there last time. Whoops, I defeated your head. I have so much power. Not that I haven't done it already. Many times in this game. That's alright. We're gonna skip what next. There was a chance if you guys remained hanging around, you would be here for the Womp Rats to get revenge for their place being picked clean, their burrows and all that by the humans. So they're going to attack. But once you start firing the ship, that kind of affected that encounter. They weren't going to show up then. So, we have you still on the ground. You two went. You do the ship. You on the ground. Twilly.
Taking the helmet.
Okay, you have it. And then, how would you get back to the ship from here?
Well,
or is the
first-
ship going to land somewhere for everyone to get in?
I'm gonna come down this way and land.
Okay.
And that guy's still alive?
Yes.
How
Hiding.
far away from him?
Well, here, let's cheat and do it this way. But he's also not up out the window, but he could be looking back and forth out of it. 45 feet, we'll say.
Okay.
He'll have full cover.
We'll see if I can time it and shoot him.
So, do you have a skill you're using? Otherwise, you're dealing with
Point,
someone behind
point
cover.
blank shot, which means I don't get any.
Trying not to jump because I was spinning
But
my
he also
ear.
has a nice bonus of his own because he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
He's actually worth, the only guy really worth points here.
So, I'm going to try.
17 plus
Ow.
5, I said, to give to her. This is kind of the same angle between the windows. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. What bonuses do you have?
I just have a +4.
So 18 will hit.
Not 20.
Okay? So you get to hit and double damage.
Felt weird.
22 points of damage.
Exactly. But you said 20, so you doubled it.
20.
That was already doubled?
Yeah, 22
Okay.
was already doubled.
You barely killed him with your critical. We're not impressed.
Well, I didn't roll any 8s. Otherwise, it would have been more.
Okay. So, he shoots from over here, kills the guy in the building. Unless you guys go after the guy who's running away, you think the place is empty.
At this point, the only one who'd be able to go after him is the one of the ship.
Do you care if he gets away?
I'm gonna shoot him.
Fly over, get another shot at him. I'll give him a little safety of a +2 defense because he's running from the ship that's chasing him.
Nat 20.
Okay. Roll 4 die 10 times 2 times 2. I think that represents a ship shooting a person.
19 times 2. So that would be 38
Times
times
2.
2, which
76.
They went boom.
Oh wait, I have a point.
All you guys see on the ground is this.
Over here.
But red.
Yeah.
charred mist.
Yep.
Okay. So what we have is then you're just going to fly over there. So do another pilot check to get over there safely and land, so they can come over here and get in.
18.
Okay. Since you have no opposition except for the crazy winds, no problem. You guys go walking on over there. Okay. Because you're leaving the planet, we will give you, okay, from here, you got one guy who's level 1. What are you, level 2 now?
Yep.
Or, well, we'll deal with his. So, if I may give you a minimum, because he was actually lower level than you, he was the weakest guy. 20 points! The big guy, the other one that 2 of you fired at, only one he hit was actually level 6. He was at 1200. Mike? 1200. Plus, I'll give you 20 for the secret of what happened to this guy. Or, yeah, 20 additional points. I would say everyone else, this is a class 1 to get off this that was left, so everyone gets a bonus of 200 just finishing the scene. I want people to get points even if they don't kill things. That would be sucky, wouldn't it?
And there was, what was the other one? 20 again?
Yeah.
20 on top, yeah. Kind of a little roll thing. You all get on over there. Let's go ahead and grab your two figures.
I wish I could remember where I got these.
What, the dice store or the
No,
pencils?
pencils.
Walmart probably.
Probably
Maybe.
not the dollar store. Usually, you know, something better than that.
That's where I got them.
Got it from Target.
Mm-hmm. They used to be in my Equinox when I had it.
When we were working with that other place,
Yep.
Do
Well,
it,
what you do to that, you make what they do.
doing kind of what you used to, what you do now, but less technically. But we would go around different stores and check quality and things like that. 2 is kind of where everyone comes in. Let's see, where's? Let me find the entrance. Bridge, stairwell, lower deck, airlock, and dorsal 4 boarding ramps.
Right there.
So you kind of get in from underneath. So I just want to see where everyone comes in at. Because now we're actually going to try to get up the goddamn planet. But I want you guys to have kind of some encounters that gave you a little bit of chance to see combat on the ground, and now a little something to deal with, you know, space, the weird frontier. Now, first thing we kind of need to look at, there you guys are. I should go over here and check, see if I got the right thing here. The viewers.
Nah. Nah.
Really, it doesn't see it from Split. Whatever the fuck the other one was. The game?
Split fiction.
Yeah, Split Fiction. Works over the internet.
If I can get it.
It's just
on there easier for everyone to see what's
It
going
would
on.
just need to get you on there and then rush around fast enough for you to jump off onto the
Good enough.
platform I'm trailing and then move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw the whole
Separate thing.
little video I sent for Doom Dark Ages.
There.
Yeah, I've already bought it on Steam. It's just it doesn't come out till next month.
There we go. We can see people better now.
Yeah, for Con.
Now, you guys are all on the ship. Now, you guys got to find out where you got to go. So,
Feel better?
looking at, basically you need to find a way to get off the ship. You got to find the location, looking around the ship.
Pretty sure getting off the ship would not be a problem. It would just not be advised.
Yeah, especially where you land. If you're in space, probably not safe. There are spacesuits in here, though.
Well,
Which
our
is most of the
suits
time
are
how people get out.
space-related.
Yeah. That's true. Well, you guys, maybe you wouldn't even need the helmet or whatever, would you? Would you guys get an advantage from any kind of like actual spacesuit? Probably biohazard for you.
Our armor is basically self-contained suits.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're gonna get my nails.
So you wouldn't need one. These two, though, they will need one.
We need to thin the herd.
People that can't survive in space must die.
I have a little.
Here's the different things you can kind of see on this ship. Although this ship is a lot smaller than one you guys are supposed to go to for the long trip, it's almost as heavy as that other ship. I was looking at the ton. It actually can carry twice as much. The entire second floor, or third floor you can see, is an underside which is nothing but storage. Takes up most of the space. So, what we basically got to look at is kind of who's going to do what on the ship. Usually there would be a commander, but in this case you can see commander's kind of unnecessary because you guys can't fill all the positions there is. What a commander can do though is they can actually spend force points to help someone have a die 6 bonus on stuff, but they can also aid with, and if they can make their roll, they can add 2 points to whoever's actually making the roll. That's a pilot to a co-pilot situation. Co-pilots can also be gunners in this ship. It's the same station, but it can be flipped over. But it can also be system operated. So you guys can decide what this other C is being used for. You won't be on this ship long, but it will give you a chance to learn the basics of ship.
There is only 4 seats.
It's a 2-crew ship with a 10-passenger limit. But they are really fucking packed on this ship. I don't see... It says 10. I looked up, but it's like, I don't see where they don't fit. They'd be standing room only.
Well, I can see where they would, where all of us.
Well, 4
could
would sit here,
Yeah.
so you can all sit up here. But you can decide between the
So
offers
who's doing the
of
piloting?
pilot, which is the only pilot I think we have. Co-pilot, you guys can decide who takes that position, but they can directly help the pilot. They can help her even aim. You know, if that's the way, if it's still pilot aiming, even, the co-pilot can help with that.
So they'd have to be good with use computer.
No, that's system operator. System operators run the auto-flight navigation system, communications, systems perceptions. Besides, the pilot gets an automatic looking out the window system check. I mean, he may see something that the ship hasn't detected, but the ship can get better detail. Then there's engineer, who takes care of check ship's condition, repairs anything. If someone decides that you want to like move power from one area to another, it's either the engineer or the systems operator that can do that.
Okay, so we already know you're going to be the pilot. Who wants to be the co-pilot? Who can assist? Who would be best to assist with that?
Well, let's go to the other positions. Gunner. Who would be the best gunner? Probably him.
Probably me.
Okay. Then we have a system operator and an engineer.
I'd have to be systems. I got the use computer
Okay.
function.
Engineer, well, she can just use her intelligence and hopefully gets lucky, even if she doesn't have a skill. Only problem, yeah, you have, because like, one thing I was noticing, astro navigation is one of those skills that you cannot do unless you've been trained in. It's one of those few ones that are like, nope, you have to be trained to know this one.
Well, it's basically like high-level mathematics.
Yeah. So
Which
there
is
are
why
a
you
few
just have
that
a
are,
computer, so you can just use computer for
yeah.
it. Because most of the time you just type in your destination, it'll calculate it and do it. If you try to do it by hand, unless you know the specific coordinates or like specific paths, you have to do the math.
And you don't have to worry about using the astro navigator right now because you're not going that far. The ship that you're looking for is orbiting. And then you'll just basically put on the suits, or those that don't need them, you'll just simply go over to the other ship. So, east is where we are. Now that we know all that, the first situation is you have to fly out of the atmosphere. Does anyone else want to do anything that will help her in this, or is she alone enrolling on this?
I can run a computer check for all that.
For, what's all that? Butterflies.
Getting help, making sure she gets all the coordinates.
You're putting 2 points basically into
Yeah,
or
pretty
using
much.
what we'll do it called an intelligence roll.
I got the use computer function.
Use
so.
computers to do that. Just basic 10, nothing, nothing specific. You just go with a +2.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so you gave her a +2. She may roll on her piloting. Anyone else do anything? So I would say, first of all, we should go back to this page. You just put here, and we'll put you over here.
That's 17.
17. We can zoom in a little bit, kind of see. where we are. Let's see if I can zoom in here too. No, I can't. If I do that, oh wait, I can. What am I thinking? Yeah, that's enough. That page is over. Okay. So, heading up. What'd you get on your pilot?
17.
No problem. So you guys are flying on up, heading up towards the edge of the atmosphere. So, we go to... Now that I finally got the image right. Okay. You see there? There's your ship.
Okay.
Now, what's it doing here? Why am I not seeing anything? Oh, it's taking a while, that's all. Okay. Now, as you approach into the space, okay, I'll admit, this upcoming encounter, really functionally, it has flaws, but it allowed me to have a chance to give you guys a little exposure on the dice rolling system, but it's questionable. Let's put it this way. What's the chance that something flying through space is currently heading for your ship?
Like debris?
Yeah.
It all depends. Most of the time, ships have a system built in that'll warn you if there's something coming up.
Yeah. But it just...
You know, proximity detectors and whatnot.
Yeah. And what we're going to have is both the pilot and the system operator are going to make perception checks. Or computer use if you're using that. Yours is just looking out the front view.
So,
Perception.
5.
Nat
Hold
20.
Question. In the case that the ship may have a bonus to its perception, the pilot gets that, or the system operator? Or is this just based on there's a crew member supposedly that puts it aside? What do you think?
What?
This ship has a perception +5, but do the stats involve like a trained crew giving it automatically, or do one of these two get a +5 to hit, or do their
Perception check, it's basically like a +5 to any kind of perception check used.
Okay,
Usually
so
it
both
means
of them
like
get a
the
plus?
computer system, the scanner array is given a +5.
Okay,
Kind of like our helmets give us a +2 to perception.
so both you take the the +5 would be better, but go ahead and roll on your perception with the plus.
$11.
11, and system operator. 9. Basic perception plus your or +5.
You want me to use perception, not to use computer function?
Use computer if you want that. Because you're reading the system, so. Detection.
27.
27. I'd say you guys got it. Both the pilot and the system operator roll a die 10. First pilot.
$10.
Okay.
10.
Weird. Okay. what you guys found is there is some object orbiting the planet. Just free floating there. It may cross paths with you. You have plenty of space though to not hit it, or to hit it, or to shoot it with your guns, practicing that. How do you guys wish to deal with this encounter?
I'm just gonna avoid it.
Okay. I would say you make a roll on your piloting, and everything you get above a 10, because this is an inanimate object, will give you a bonus versus my hitting you.
26.
Avoiding collisions and whatnot.
Oh yeah. I remember also, I think I had that page pulled up just in case something happened with you guys. To roll, like, if you guys were hit. In this case, I just don't think it's going to happen. But, okay, you rolled a
26.
26. This ship, 24 to hit, with a, oh man, a natural 20 is the only thing I got. An 8 does not play that game. Okay, so basically, you'll get to move after it moves because you won the B roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you may go anywhere you want. Doesn't look like it's. Since you slowed down the ship and let it go by, you're fine. Now, it doesn't mean someone can't take a shot at it while it goes by.
I guess we move forward.
Okay, your ship, just so you know on this case, its movement, and I'll let you see the form over. Oops, not that one. This one. 100 points defense. Okay, what were you trying to do? God, I lost my mind.
Just fly forward.
Just fly forward. Your movement. Starship scale. Where did I miss that? It's here.
Speed.
I forgot to get your shield. Oh, this one may not have. We're going to assume right now it's just 6, I guess. Let me pull up one of the other ships and see if I see. Speed. Oh! Okay. That seems... So looking at this one, its speed is 3. The other scale is like if it was moving in regular movement. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that makes sense because I gave it twice the speed of you guys. So if it was coming at you, it could have been a problem. So, does anyone want to fire off the guns or just let it go?
Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No big deal about that.
Well, unless it's something that turns around and starts tracking us.
Yeah. Nope. It was just a little chance to give you guys something to do. But you chose to dodge it, which was still an option. Now, that you are out here, You already dodged everything. Ship takes off. Exits environment. You did that already. So we are.
I has new hat.
So what do you guys want to do to locate? Basically it's a simple. You know, someone's got to locate. I guess the 2 perception people could roll again to locate the Serena Dawn.
Well, if we have coordinates, we can get close and then start scanning for large metallic.
Well, right now you don't really have coordinates yet,
21.
because the guy didn't have anything on him. 21.
I just used my used computer to look for the name
Yeah.
reference in there, and I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Luckily, it was nearby, so the goal was only 18. So. So, you guys have found.
Yeah.
Probably. No. To be that close to the planet. But. It, like I said, it's a little bit bigger ship. I mean, it's not small enough that you can fit the one ship inside the other. The smaller one actually has more cargo space. The actual size, though, they're close to this size. Space is not exact footage. It's more based upon also the maneuverability of the ship. This counts on the same category as maneuverability as like the Millennium Falcon. It's called a gigantic fighter. This one's just a large troop transport. But if you notice its hit points,
If you can select it.
I didn't put them down. Your hit points on that ship is higher, but not that much. But it does have better shields. It's also more comfortable to ride in. Like you noticed in the space transport, there were 4 seats, but it could take 10 or 8 more people. They sat on the floor, I guess. Got on the couches, held onto the refrigerator, whatever.
Well, there is a lounge area on the ship.
Yeah.
So.
Now, this one has more space, because that's also you'll be traveling a lot further. Plus, you'll need some space to take the stuff with you afterwards. So, what we have is, I will go with a simple, is there like a spacewalk ability, or just a dex roll, would you say? I could probably pull up someone's stats. See if it appears. Skills. Take jump. Jump out of the ship. I would say, for starters, it's probably not that difficult
By the way, it's 901.
unless there's opposition going on. So, you know how you can, like, if you take time to do something, you can take a 10 or 20, which means you automatically take the point. It means you have unlimited time, or enough time to have fixed that radio 12 times. So, basically, this ship kind of flies, well, let's put it on top. Let's transform. So let's see.
I'd say it's more of a dex check.
You think?
Well, not to mention that if it's large enough that there was a hangar open. We could just land.
Well, yeah. Well, there's an open location on top of the ship that opens up, and you can just go right down into.
Not to mention, most ships, especially medium-sized like ours, have the docking or the landing gear has magnetic clamps. So we could just clamp to the hull and walk out using magnetic.
So
clamps.
just the dex roll, don't fuck it up. And probably only 10 if there's no opposition, like no meteor storms, no one shooting at you guys.
Pretty much.
That's
For all
good
of
enough
us?
for me.
As
Yep.
long as we're not trying to move around like in Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
Would you say the Mandalorian suits would give you an advantage? +2?
They're fitted for us and they're designed for any environment, so I'd say we wouldn't have to deal
You
with
need
a
an 8?
negative. We wouldn't receive a negative to our dex checks due to them being made for us
Yeah, okay.
versus using the generic spacesuits.
So you get a +2 difficulty using spacesuits that are not theirs, they're borrowed. They were on the ship. So you two need a 12.
It's time for bed.
And you can add your text bonus. Hey, we'll leave you in space.
$20.
23.
Brooke? Die 20.
Okay.
And you guys?
17.
What?
Plus your intelligence.
No.
Where the fuck is that?
Dex.
Plus your dex.
You're jumping from one ship to another.
Well, like I said, we can land on
This
it.
is what I'm on, right?
So why jump? We can
Well,
literally
that's true.
land and walk out the airlock.
Yeah. You just don't
18.
slip. 18, you're fine. As long as you made it 12, you were good. Okay.
21.
Okay. Well, at that point, the people on this ship have sent that other one away. It has to go back to be repaired to the satellite. I can delete it. I can't. Even though I'm not the game master at this point. Not from there. Okay. So, you guys are on your ship. Let's go ahead. I want to sink in. I actually have, which is one of the reasons I chose this one, is I actually have a map for it. To the inside.
Do we need our dice anymore?
No, because I think I'm just going to show you the ship. You know what I mean? We're getting late. You can get to bed. Oh wait. I need to go back to this ship so I can find you guys.
Is that yours?
Now, at this time, you guys can heal.
Those of us that are injured.
Yes. Those that are not, well then don't. Okay, ships. For starters, I'm going to put you guys where you'll end up. So then we'll go through everything. Over here, this room and this room. This is more of a control room. And the one below it is a bedrooms, basically barracks area. See where all the beds are?
That is super cool.
Here is where you guys have, basically some limited stuff. But this is more actually the restroom, and these are over the restroom. This is where you sleep. The shower. All of you get one space. The rest of the crew gets other rooms. It is actually,
Sorry, the design's actually handmade style.
yes.
And by the way, since I'm not modifying characters, I'm here for you.
Okay.
I'll take them with me when we're updating characters.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. So, let's see here. Let's see. It is called a Class Defender variant. It's also known as Light Corvette, and it's known as the Neutral Star because it's actually a Defender class, a Corellian ship.
Yeah, the Defender class actually is what's used in SOTOR from Jedi.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I chose it because I knew it was in the right area after last time. Up here, pilots, and they have their 3 people. There's 6 other people on this ship. 3 crew, 3 security. Then there's you guys. There's that. There's 4 is the bridge. 5, which is the Navic computer. Oh, 5 is basically the Navic computer. It's right here. Pilot, co-pilot, Navic computer. 13 is, well, you have, I'll tell you all things on here. You can go through it later, where they are. Bridge, Navic computer, luxury diplomatic quarters. That's what you guys have, but it's now been set for 4 people instead of usually only 1 or a pair. Escape pods, there's 4 of them here. There's a boarding ramp, 2 of them. Diplomatic elevator, which is how you get to the rest of the ship. It's just fancy. You can, you know. Docking hatch, ramp, additional storage. Also underside is where most of the storage is. Supplies, armory, conference room, secure, hollow terminal, docking hatch port, docking hatch, starboard crew, medical bay, crew quarters, cargo hold, cargo lift, and the engine room at the back. Other than that, it has, for weapons, it actually has 2 cannons, fire-linked, and 2 missile batteries that go with it. They fire in the same, you know, they go with the same thing. There are turrets on the edges. So actually a pilot and a co-pilot, actually 2 gunners could serve in the position. Second gunner would go back here. So, this will be your temporary home till we get further on to the location. But from here, we'll be rolling next time to find. To follow the nav map is a week old, because that's when you got the information. So there will be a minus to that, and chance of collisions. But, oh, I can show you something for the players. Can't show it to the others. Here is where we were. We're going to find a warp point, and we're going to show up over around here, near Rakata Prime, at the edge of the unknown regions, but on this side of Rakata Prime. It's open new territory out here. They're trying to establish, while it's still open, any kind of things, or also finding any like old technology or stuff left behind. So, that's where we're going to pick up next time. I hope everyone had fun. We'll go back to here, see if I can go back to you guys for a second. There we go. See if I can get it centered a little better. Go late now. Game's almost over. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's go that way. Here. Hey, I can see everyone now. Now let's go this way. Okay. Hey, bye everyone. Hope you had fun. We'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.